Hey guys, Urban Combat Survivors. Alright, I'm gonna hop into this. Shall Not Be Infringed just put a video up. Hell, I don't even know what the name of the video is. He hasn't even renamed it yet, so whatever it is, I'll put it down there in the description. But he did a video about child support and how many guys are getting screwed over. First, let me say, my son's 18. He's in college now. Me and his mother weren't together, so I'll leave that there. But I can tell you, I know a lot of guys that have been completely screwed by the fucking child support system. I don't know if Philadelphia is different than any place else, but I can tell you this: if you walk into the Philadelphia family court system and you have the audacity to be a man, you're the enemy. You're the enemy. You're a target, and they're coming for you. And they don't even try to hide it. If you walk in there and you're a guy and you don't have an expensive lawyer with you, don't believe that you don't need to take a lawyer down there with you. Because if you don't, trust me, you want to put that $5 or $6 grand out for that lawyer, it's going to save you. It's going to save you problems in the long run to put that money out. It's better to put yourself in debt than to get screwed, because you don't have any rights. You walk in there as the dad in Philadelphia, you don't have any rights. All you have is responsibilities. You don't have any rights. You know, you talked in your video. This is back to Shall Not Be Infringed. You talked in your video about how they don't adjust where you normally would adjust. You're fucking right. They don't. They don't care. They don't care about you. Their goal at family court, if you're a guy, their goal is to punish you. They're not just trying to make it. It's not about taking care of the kid. It's about punishing you. It's about showing you that you're just some worthless scum. Now, I may be putting this in a way that a lot of people are going to disagree with, but I bet you every one of them that's disagreeing with it is either a woman who was on the winning side or a guy who hasn't been through the court system on this. Now, this probably isn't going to surprise any of you, but guess what? I got a solution. Well, before I even get to that, let me say this. A lot of guys, you know what they do? They work under the table. They work under the table. They go back to court repeatedly, because what are you going to do? You're going to miss days of court to get your child support put to where it should be when you move from one job to another and that kind of thing. So what they do is they get it way down as much as they possibly can, and then they fucking work under the table. For years they work under the table, and this is screwing them too in the long run. Now they don't have that money put towards your Social Security. They don't have that money put towards unemployment. You lose your job and you're under the table. Guess what? You're fucked. You find another job under the table. That's what you do. So, that's, you could say that that's good, in that you're standing on your own 2 feet and you're basically living exactly what it should be, in that there's nobody there to catch you, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with is that there are millions, tens of millions of men in this country that are forced into either some kind of form of slave labor where, in Pennsylvania, they can take 55% of your income. 55%. Now, unless you're making $1 million fucking dollars, how are you going to live on the 45% that's left? They don't care. They don't give a shit. What they care about is punishing you, forcing you. They know that there's a certain percentage of guys out there that are on welfare and they're not going to pay for their kids. So they're pushing for you to be the one that pays. If you're a stand-up, if you got a job, forget it, man. They're coming after you. They're coming after you, and they're going to rape you, and they're going to take as much as they can from you. They don't care what your bills are. They don't care what it's going to cost for you to live. All they care about is getting the maximum they can get and teaching you a lesson, showing you you're a man, you screwed up, buddy, and we're going to get you. And let me tell you something else. The moms use these kids as a weapon. You know how many times I've heard some woman tell some other woman, you take him to court and you get everything you can out of him. Oh, he wants to mess with you? You show him. There are women out there, a lot of women. I'd say the majority of single mothers are using their kid as a weapon. Yeah, there might be some exceptions, and I'm sure all the exceptions will be the ones that comment on this video. But let me tell you, most single women, in my experience, are using those kids as a weapon. They're using that to get back at dad. Oh, fuck that. He's not going to have a nice place. That's not going to happen. Oh, no. He's got a nice place. He must be able to pay more in child support. They use it as an income. They use it as a weapon. They're ineffective people who have never gotten off their ass and done anything for themselves in their lives. So they go after dad. They're going to make him pay. It pisses me off. So anyway, back to the solution. Here's my solution. I don't care what your opinion on abortion is. I just don't care. It doesn't enter into this equation. What I'm basing this on is the fact that abortion is legal in this country. Well, what happened to the Equal Protection Clause in the Constitution, huh? So here's my proposal. Whatever the time frame for abortion is in your state, the man should be given that much time to sign for what's called a legal abortion. A legal termination of all rights and responsibilities to that child. So if in your state it's legal to have an abortion for 5 months, then that means when you can prove that that man knew that you were pregnant with his kid, that date, he has 5 months to go down to the courthouse and file for a legal abortion, where he gives up any rights. This is non-revocable. As far as the legal system at this point would be concerned, he has aborted that child. He has no rights, he has no say, and he has no financial responsibility. He gets nothing from either side. It's all gone. And the cost of that paperwork should be the average cost of an abortion in that state. That solves the problem, doesn't it? That's fair, isn't it? I mean, if she can do that, why can't he? Well, no, he can't force her to have an abortion, but he sure as hell can go down and sign for a legal abortion for himself, can't he? Now, I don't care what your opinion on abortion is. If you think abortion shouldn't be legal, that's a whole other argument. It's a whole other debate. But as it sits right now, abortion is legal for a woman. It's not legal for a man. See, what happened to equal protection? What happened to equality in that? Equality only applies if it's a woman. Equality only applies if it's a minority. Bullshit. So, okay, you want to have abortion legal, that's fine. But the man should have the same option that the woman has. I should be able to go down and file. Now, don't get me wrong. If you do that and you walk away with the responsibility of your kids, you're probably a scumbag. But legally, you should have that option. How many women get pregnant on purpose? And anybody who says it doesn't happen doesn't know people or is lying through their teeth. There are a lot of women who intentionally get pregnant, who lie to a guy and tell them, oh, well, don't worry about it, I've taken care of that, and, it's not going to happen. It happens all the damn time. People see a paycheck because they're going to use that kid as a weapon, and they get pregnant on purpose. They do it intentionally. Now, I'm not saying a huge percentage of pregnant women have done that, but some of them have. So, I'm just saying, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Well, it should be the other way around, too. So, I'm sure I'm going to catch living hell over this video from every angle, from every aspect. Like Mike said, yeah, toss out right, toss out left, and just look at it from the center in fair. What's fair? What's fair, in my opinion, is if she can do it, he can do it. If she can terminate all of her rights and all of her responsibilities by going to the clinic and having an abortion, he should be able to do the same thing by going to the courthouse and filing legally for the same thing. That's all I'm saying. I'm sure 99% of the people out there are going to disagree, but I believe, no matter how much you don't want to agree with me publicly, I believe if you sit and you look at it from the perspective of abortion is legal and that's not going to change, the only fair thing to do is to give the dude the same option. That's all I'm saying. Urban Combat Survivor, signing off.